Hi, my name is Shika Gupta Joseph, and I am one of the reference librarians at the Law Library. This tutorial will cover how to track federal legislation. We will cover two free sites and then explore the subscription databases. Let's start with what is a bill. A bill is a proposed law under consideration by a legislature. Congress is the legislative branch, and its members introduce bills, hold hearings or committee meetings, draft reports, and then vote to enact the bill. Generally, when a bill is introduced in Congress, it is assigned a bill number and is either designated as H.R., House of Representatives, or S. Senate, depending on which House of Congress the bill originated from. For example, the Women's Health Protection Act of 2013 began as S.1696. There are a number of reasons why bill tracking is important for both students and practitioners. First, if you're interested in a particular topic for a paper or actual case, and you would like to know if Congress has Congress made any decisions in that area. This could be done initially in preemption check, but it could also help identify topics or conflicts in the law that the student may not have been aware of. Second, you may be writing a law review article or dealing with a particular case in which you may be relying on a disputed statute. As such, it would be really important to keep abreast of any changes in the law that may affect the arguments in your article or your client's position. So let's check out the two free sites that you can use to track bills. The first is congress.gov. And this is what it looks like. As you can see, the site is easy to navigate. The first section are just search fields that you will use to find the bill that you're looking for. As you scroll down, you can see they have a section for current legislative activities, a really good handout for the legislative process. As you keep scrolling, you'll see the current members of Congress. You can click on any of the links to find out more about them. And then there's some more links on the bottom relating to congress.gov. So we're actually interested in finding a particular bill. So this is the area we will be focusing on. So the first thing you see is a drop-down menu, and we're actually going to select current legislation because we want to find out about pending legislation or current legislation. And let's just say, let's assume we do not know the bill number or name, but we know what topic we're thinking about, and for this topic we're going to use the keyword search for pregnant. So I'm going to add in the word pregnant, and we're interested in finding out if there's anything currently pending on protecting pregnant workers in the workforce. So I've entered my keyword, and then we're going to click the magnify glass button. So here we get, there's 120 results, and here are the first 25. As you browse through them, you can kind of get an idea just from the name if something's going to be relevant or not. But here I think there's a couple that could be relevant for us. For instance, the first one, the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act, Pregnant Women Health and Safety Act. But we'll click the first one to see if this is something that is relevant to what our topic is. So I'm going to click on HR 1975. And here we see right off the top the sponsor for the bill, the committees, and the latest action. So you know right off the bat what exactly is going on with this bill. And here it says on July 8, 2013, it was referred to the Subcommittee on Workforce Protections. And there's also a great little tracker tool. So right now, this part is highlighted. That's been introduced, and the next steps haven't occurred yet. As you scroll down lower, you'll see a summary of the bill. So let's say, of course, we can't always gauge what a bill is about from the title itself. This is a really good summary that will help us figure out if this is going to be something we can use or not. And here it says, Pregnant Workers Fairness Act declares an unlawful employment practice for employers, employment agencies, labor organizations, etc. So this is something that is dealing with protecting pregnant workers in the workforce. So this is something we can use. To read the actual bill, you'll see that there's a number of tabs right above here. So the text, if you click on that tab, It's taking some time to come up, but the text is where the actual entire bill is. So if if you wanted to read more than the summary, get an idea of what exactly is going on with this bill, you would read the text, and here it is. So you can see it's quite lengthy, and you'll get all the details, all the subsections, all the provisions, definitions. They should all be in this part, and you will also find out all the members as well. In Actions tab, you will see also taking some time to come up. So these are all the actions that have occurred for this bill. So we're right now on the major actions, which is it's been introduced in the House on May 14, 2013. We're going to click on all actions because we want to see, this bill tracking. What else has happened besides being introduced in the House? And here we get a list of things that have happened since it was introduced. So it's always this is a great way to figure out if it's been referred to a committee, if it's been referred somewhere else, if there's going to be a report created. So this is where you would see what exactly is going on in the bill aside from the introduction and what the most current is, which was it was referred to the subcommittee. And you can explore the other tabs here as well. They provide some great information. The next free site we're going to look at is govtrack.us. And this is a really great site as well. It's free. It's also provides U.S. federal legislation, voting records, congressional district maps, and more. It's also easy to navigate. To search this, we're going to click on Bills and Resolutions. And here it's the search for a bill. And it says you can enter the term you're planning to use on the top right box right here, or you can do an advanced search. We're just going to keep it simple, and we're just going to do a simple search. And for this one, let's enter S1696, which is the example I gave earlier for the Women's Health Protection Act of 2013. So I'm just going to add S1696, and then I'm going to hit the search button. So here you can see the setup is a little bit different than congress.gov. And so here we see right off the bat who the sponsor is. And here's the status right here, referred to committee on November 13, 2013. And it also has like a little prognosis field where it says 3% chance of being enacted. So see the bill, here's the sponsor. You can click on that link to find out more information about him. To read the actual bill, you can click right here, read text, and you can see it was last updated November 13th, and it tells you the actual length of the bill. And any related bills, you can see here as well. And here's the full title. Once again, the prognosis. And you find more details here, co-sponsors, committee assignments, votes, if any. And one really great feature about GovTrack.us is that you also get this great little tracker here. So introduce, this is the first step in the legislative process. And this bill was assigned to Congressional Committee November 13th, but nothing really has happened since then. So you can kind of know just from this little graphic what's going on. Lastly, another really great feature of GovTrack.us is the Track This Bill feature. So if you click this, you're going to get this the first time if you're not registered. So basically, you will get updates when this bill is scheduled for debate, has a major action, such as a vote or gets a new co-sponsor, committee meeting, when the bill text is available, plus similar events or related bills. And you just need to sign up, and they'll send it to you via email, and you have a couple of different options as to the frequency of receiving alerts. This is a really great way to keep abreast of any changes in the legislation without having to visit the site on a regular basis to figure it out. They're going to send it to you, and you can just work on your paper or your case, and you'll always be able to tell if there is something going on or not before you have a deadline or something. So now let's move on to the subscription databases. The first one we're going to look at is Westlaw Next. And a lot of people are familiar with this because they're using it as students or they're using it as practitioners. So the part that we're going to go to is we're going to click on proposed and enacted legislation. And we are interested in federal. And we're going to focus on congressional bills. And here they give you the 10 most recent documents, bills that are pending in Congress right now. If yours is on here, you can just click straight through. Otherwise, you'll have to do a search for what you're looking for. And we're actually just going to do a keyword search again. And let's say we're doing something with environmental law, and so we're interested in the National Fish Habitat Conservation Act. So I'm just going to put in National Fish Habitat and click search. And since we are interested in what's going on in the current session, 2013, we can actually sort this by date. And there's several for 2013, so let's click on this first one to see if this actually covers the act that we're interested in. And yeah, to conserve fish, and so this is what we are looking for. Here you can see it's in the Senate. This is the bill number S2 2080. Here's the report, and here's the actual bill. So you can see all the sections, which is great. You can read the different parts of it. If you look above the tabs, this is where we can figure out what's currently going on. So if you click on the next tab, bill tracking, they will have the status of this bill. So here's the title, here's the author, the summary, which was on the document page, and here's the status. So on March 5th, 2014, a sponsor introductory remarks on measure. So these are things that have gone on from March all the way to June 5th. So this is a great source you can use to figure out what is going on. The next tab is the bill activity, and basically this will tell you about the versions, the publication of this in the congressional record, if there's any reports, and once again, if what is in the congressional record for this. And then you can also click on graphical bills. This will just provide you with like a graphic as to what's going on. Sometimes it's easier to see this if there's multiple actions going on in a bill. So we're actually going to go back to our main page. We're going to go back to the document and go back one more time. So if this is the act that you're interested in, you can also set up an alert in Westlaw Next to get email updates on the status of this bill as it progresses in the legislative process. So to do that, you would simply just go to alerts, and you can just follow the prompts. When you create alert, you would create a West clip and just follow the steps through here to create alerts to receive any information on this act. And you'll get an email, then you once again get to pick the frequency of the updates. Now the next database we're going to look at is Lexis Advance. Once again, students and practitioners are probably very familiar with this based on practice or using it for school. And here we're going to search the same act again just to show you, how it looks. So once again, we're going to put in the National Fish Habitat and all content types. So we're actually looking for statutes and legislation. Click OK. All jurisdictions, we're interested in federal, and click OK. And then you can hit the search button. And from Westlaw, we realized it was S2080. So if you look at this list, you can just go ahead and click number 2, which is 2014 S2080. If it didn't come up in the first couple of hits, you can always sort by and change it by date, which can make it easier. But since it's right there, we're just going to click into it. And here's how it looks in Lexis Advance. You'll see a little synopsis, then you'll see the actual text of the bill. And right here, you'll see the bill tracking for this. So if you click on that, you'll see the bill that we're looking for. We click that again. And then here we get the actions that are currently happening with this bill. So once again, March 5th, it was referred to the committee. Here are the sponsors. The latest thing that happened with it is on June 5th, co-sponsors. So this is actually makes it a lot easier for you to figure out what's going on. And Lexis, just like the other few data pieces we've looked at, offers alerts. So you can get email alerts to figure out what the latest activity is without having to come in here all the time and doing a search. For this, you just quickly click on this little bell icon. If you kind of hover over it, it says create an alert. You click that, and here you can set up the alert as through the steps that they are prompting you to fill out. So that's how you would do bill tracking in Lexis Advance. And lastly, we're going to look at Bloomberg Law. Here, click on Legislative and Regulatory, and we're going to click Search Legislative. And we want to look at Congress, so we'll just pick oh, I'm sorry, let me just go back. I'm sorry, we're going to search congressional bills. And here it automatically picked the 113 Congress, Senate, and House bills. So we're good with that. We know the bill number from Lexis and Westlaw, which was S280. So I'm just going to enter that into the bill number. We could have also done keywords. We could have put national fish or habitat. We could have put the entire name of the act in the title section. We know the sponsors from the other two sites, so you could put sponsors. So you have a bunch of different options that you can use here. And so we're just going to click search. And here we have it, the act that we're looking for, the National Fish Habitat Conservation Act. And here it's a little bit different than, of course, Lexis and Westlaw. Right off the bat, you'll see latest major action, what's happened. You'll see the sponsors. Then you have links to parts of the bill, so text versions. Here we have a PDF of the bill, and of course you scroll down, there's the bill itself. And you can print, download, email this to yourself. And you can obviously definitely track the bill as well, which you would want to do to keep abreast of any changes. And you simply click the track bill link right here. And here's the title. If you want to add any tags, you can do that. Any description. I would suggest leaving all stages because you want to know exactly what happened at any part of the legislative process. You can share this with individuals, and then you can just save. So another great option to use for bill tracking and to do legislative bill research. So this concludes our tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.